Welcome to Smart Remarks, where the Constitution is infallible, except those parts that we don't like. So for months and months, we've had to endure all the whining and complaining about the Constitution from conservatives. Defend the Constitution, say the Tea Partiers. But who'd have thought we were going to have to defend it from conservatives?
I don't know what that means.
Last week, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky said that maybe it was time to, quote, take a look at the 14th Amendment, which makes people born in the United States citizens of the United States. Quote, I think we ought to take a look at it, hold hearings, listen to the experts on it, McConnell said. Regardless of how you feel about the various aspects of immigration reform, I don't think anybody thinks that's something that they're comfortable with. And I thought, Senator McConnell, why do you hate freedom? You know, think about this. If an evil liberal like me dared suggest taking the pair of scissors to the Constitution, the right would be outraged! How dare you spit upon the sacred document! But because we got all these Mexicans running around here, well, you know, we're just going to scrap the parts of the Constitution you don't like. We're going to uphold the Constitution by ripping it to shreds. Hypocrisy? You betcha. But this is all just election year pandering by the Republican Party to its xenophobic base. You know, because everyone knows these people just come here to have kids, and if we deny these kids citizenship, then that's going to solve America's economic problems somehow. You know, this is yet more evidence that Republicans are incapable of an electoral strategy that is not based on fear and loathing. But what kills me is that we could have a legitimate discussion about illegal immigration in this country. It's just not a discussion that conservatives want to have, because at its core, illegal immigration is an economic issue. Undocumented workers come here looking for work, and they get hired by businesses specifically because businesses can pay them less. And that gives business a competitive leg up. Conservatives want to blame illegals themselves. Rarely do they call out the companies that hire the illegals, because, see, that would be to criticize our wonderful capitalist system, the best system there ever was. And because the system can't be criticized, all the blame must rest with the immigrants themselves, or perhaps the federal government for not doing anything to stop them from coming. And because there can be no criticism of this wonderful capitalist system that makes illegal immigration inevitable, now we're going to go so far as to take a shredder to the Constitution. Well, you know, that might make the screaming, howling, outraged right-wing base happy, but I'll tell you what, it does absolutely nothing to solve the underlying issue.
But I'll tell you something, if you think it's a coincidence that this sudden discussion begins 3 months before an election, you'd be very, very mistaken. This is a political issue. I'm afraid my friend Mr. McConnell is not interested in taking a hard look at Wall Street and the role that Wall Street has caused in causing the worst recession since the 1930s. He is certainly not taking a good look at doing away with tax breaks for the rich. They would prefer to come down on the middle class and working families. This is a political issue. We're going to hear more about guns.